In this video, we will verify the X and Y intercepts that we found in the first video when we were just looking at the graph, but we're going to verify those X and Y intercepts by showing our algebraic work, or we can find them algebraically. So when we find them algebraically, all we're doing is substituting 0 in for either the X value or the Y value, depending on which intercept you're finding first. So X intercepts occur when you substitute 0 for the Y value, and Y-intercepts occur when you substitute 0 for the X value. So you can see we have some nice rules here. If you want to find the X-intercept, you're looking for the input value that will produce a Y value of 0. If you're looking for the Y-intercept, you're looking for the output value that you achieve when you plug in 0 for the input value. So for the X-intercept, you're plugging in 0 for Y, and for the Y-intercept, you're plugging in 0 for X. Okay, let's justify the answers we found on the graphs using our algebra skills. So let's look at y equals 2x plus 4. If I want to find the X-intercept, I know that the Y value has to be 0. So in my equation, I'm going to replace Y with 0. So my equation becomes y equals 2x plus 4. Subtracting 4 from both sides gives me negative 4 equals 2x. And then if I divide both sides by 2, I get x equals negative 2. So I verify my X-intercept is at negative 2, 0. And if you look up on your paper, you'll see we plotted the point at negative 2, 0. Now let's verify the Y-intercept. So for a Y-intercept, we know our input value is 0. So in my equation, I will replace x with 0. So y equals 2 times 0 plus 4, which means y equals 0 plus 4, or y equals 4. So our ordered pair is 0, 4. Okay, let's take a look at the second equation. Again, the X-intercept has a Y value of 0. So I will replace Y with 0 in my equation. So 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 6. So basically 2x plus 0 equals 6, or I can just say 2x equals 6. And dividing by 2 tells me that x equals 3. So my ordered pair is 3, 0. All right, for the Y-intercept, we know x is 0 in my ordered pair. So in my equation, I will replace x with 0. So I get 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 6. Since 2 times 0 is just 0, all I have is 3y equals 6, which means y equals 2. So I verify my ordered pair is 0, 2. Now let's look at 4x minus y equals 3. Remember, this was the graph that gave us an inconclusive X-intercept because we weren't sure exactly where it was crossing on the x-axis. We narrowed it down to somewhere between 0 and 1 on the x-axis, but our algebra skills will help us identify it more accurately. So I'm going to substitute 0 for y into the equation. So 4x minus 0 equals 3, which means 4x equals 3. And dividing by 4 tells me that x equals 3/4. So my ordered pair for my X-intercept is 3/4, 0, which makes sense because remember we said it was between 0 and 1 on the x-axis, and 3/4 is definitely between 0 and 1. Remember, it's 0.75. Okay, let's just verify the Y-intercept. So I'm going to plug in 0 for x. So 4 times 0 minus y equals 3. That means 0 minus y equals 3. Now remember, that negative sign is attached to our y variable. This is like negative 1 times y equals 3. So we have to divide by negative 1, which means y equals negative 3. So my ordered pair is 0, negative 3. So now if you look up on your paper, you should verify that the X-intercept is in fact at 3/4, 0, and you can fill it in the blank spot, and also that the Y-intercept is 0, negative 3. I hope you love finding X and Y intercepts as much as I do. See you in class tomorrow.